palms down, heels quite close in towards your bum, and then roll your knees from side to side. So for the benefit of the recording, what you will need for today's session, you will need a weight, and that is it. No bands today, just a weight. You're going to be pressing it above your head. So if you can tolerate pressing something relatively heavy above your head and you have that, then use it. But if you're getting your equipment now, you can just pause the video, go and grab some kit, and then start again. We'll do this for a good minute. So just gently rolling your knees from side to side. And as you roll from side to side, your opposite shoulder might come off the floor. So just work to push that down as you roll from side to side. If your lower back is a little bit stiff, then you might find that you can't get your knees all the way to the floor, but just try and increase your range of movement as we go. Keep going. We'll do another 10 seconds. 2, 1, and then done. So the next one, stay on your back with your legs bent. If you've had your knees tight together, just shuffle your feet apart a little bit so they're about hip width apart, and then stretch your arms above your head. So before you start to move, I just want you to rock back so that your lower back is in contact with the floor, and then slide your arms down, and then slide up again. So you're sliding your arms up and down the floor, trying to keep your elbows and your hands in contact with the ground. So if your upper back is a bit tight or your shoulder mobility isn't brilliant, then your range of movement will be quite limited. That's okay, just do what you can comfortably. If it hurts or pinches anywhere, then just stop. Don't do this to the point it's hurting, it shouldn't hurt. And all the time you want to make sure that you're keeping your lower back pushed into the floor. Okay, keep going, just doing a couple more. Good, and then bring your arms down to your sides, hips up nice and high, roll your back down to the floor. So pushing your hips up and then rolling your back down to the ground. Take your time with this, it should be nice and slow. High hips and then roll down. So the rolling down phase of this should feel lovely. Oh, just noticed that. Hi Jane. There we go. Hi Jane, hope you weren't waiting to get into the room for too long. Okay, keep going. Push up and then roll down. Do a couple more of those. Good, and then roll onto your front. So you're going to get into all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. Put your fingertips on your temple, then tuck under and then reach up. So you're tucking under and stretching up nice and high. Go for about 30 seconds on each side. Jane, don't worry, you haven't missed very much. I started a few minutes late. You've only missed a couple of exercises. I'm still getting to grips with the whole waiting room thing. So hopefully I will notice that people ask to join. Oh, don't worry. Why? There's no point now. Okay, change sides. Oh my God, I've completely forgotten to bring a hairband with me. Right, hang on. I've got an alternative. I need to get a packet of hairbands in this office with me. Right, what can I use? hairbands. I've, oh, bless you. I've actually got probably hundreds scattered about the house, but I can never find any. Where do they go? It's ridiculous. Hairbands and socks. Right, next one. Kneel up. So on your knees, one hand behind your head, other hand in the small of your back. Tuck your bum under and then rotate. No, other way. That's it. So rotate in the direction of your raised arm. One advantage of having long hair is that you can use a pen. Good, and then change sides. So other arm up. Just do 2 more. Good, and then up you get. Standing mobility, so leg swings now. Hold on to something secure. Try not to let your torso move back and forward, so keep your torso nice and still. All the movement through your hip. If your leg bends a little bit as you swing it back, that's absolutely fine. Perfect. What a gorgeous day. Jane, it looks beautiful. You are. It's nice to see you outside. I need to get my setup so I can start doing classes outside again. Change legs. I'll have to start wearing my little headset again if I'm outdoors. Trying to work out the best place to put my camera on. I do work outside because I've got my little AstroTurf area to work on, but I don't know which direction to have the camera facing. I've just decided what my backdrop is going to be when I'm out there. And then side to side swings. And hope the dogs let me work because they're happily outside all the time again now. Other side. And then some standing hip rotations. Hands on your waist. Engage your core, so pull your tummy in towards your spine. And we're going to do alternate legs. Out to the side, keeping your balance. Try and go relatively slowly with this because it is harder and it'll get you balancing a bit more. So one leg likes it, one leg doesn't like it. It's hilarious. One more on each leg. God, that was challenging. And then change sides. Well done. And, oh, lost my balance at the last minute. And then we're just going to do some double arm circles. So both arms back. So I would have my arms completely straight if I could. Just try and get your arms as straight as you can when you're doing these. Don't copy me bending my elbow. It's only because my ceiling's not very high. This is another reason to get outside. And then arm circles forward. Well done. Hey Jane, you get back to the Lido?
Yeah, I'm going to get a season ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, it's next weekend they're opening again.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, it's 1st of May. Yeah, I know. I need to start doing some body exercises. think my first hour in the water, I'm going to die. Okay, done.
When did you last swim?
I did their cold water swimming sessions at the Lido in October, November time. So the last time I swam was then, but that was, I can't really count it as swimming. It was so cold. The last one I did, the water temperature was about 10 degrees, and it was just frantic swimming up and down to try and keep warm. I loved it, but it wasn't very good technically. On your back, pelvic rocks. How about you, Jane? When's the last time you swam?
I don't know at all last year.
Oh God, I might have to do a swimming rehab session for us all. So on your back, arms down by your sides, bring your heels quite close in towards your bum, and you're going to rock your hips back and forward. So you're doing a pelvic rock. So it's just a little rock back and forwards. You're not lifting your bum off the floor, just rocking back and forwards. And now as you do it, I want you to pull your tummy down towards the floor. So as you rock back, actually try and push or pull your tummy muscles down in towards your back, in towards the floor. So you're really pressing your back down as you rock. Imagine that you've got a water balloon underneath the small of your back. And as you push your back down, you're trying to squeeze all the water out of the water balloon. You should start to feel your tummy muscles engaging now. Keep going. So it's a really small movement, but you should feel it targeting the muscles kind of just around your tummy button, maybe a little bit lower down. Keep going. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and then done. And then roll onto all fours. And you're going to do exactly the same movement, that little rock back and forward with your pelvis. But doing it on all fours is harder. When you're lying on your back, you can work against the floor. But doing it on all fours, you're working against gravity. So now, as you rock and tuck your bum under, pull your tummy button up towards your spine. So you're really pulling up. Try not to squeeze your glutes. Again, that's hard to do when you're on all fours rather than lying on your back. Keep going. I'm going to keep going for another 30 seconds. We're doing this for quite a long time in each position. Keep going. I just need to turn my phone to silent. For some reason it's not, and it's annoying me. Beeping away in the background. Okay, last couple of seconds. 2, 1, done. And then roll onto your back again. So we're going to do 4 exercises. We're doing them once through, and the first time round they're quite easy versions of the exercises. And then we're going to move on to 3 sets of those exercises, but progressed. And you can do the progressions in stages as well if you want to. So the first one is a bridge. Arms down by your side, push your hips up. When you've got your hips up, hold that. So you're going to pull your tummy down towards your spine, really squeeze your tummy, squeeze your glutes, hold that position for 3, and then relax everything and drop down. Then push up, squeeze everything, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your tummy, hold for a good count of 3 seconds, relax and lower down. Keep going. So it's push up, squeeze and hold. And then relax and drop down. You can also add slight pelvic floor exercise into this as well. So as you're squeezing your glutes and pulling your tummy back down, try and draw up your pelvic floor as well. That's quite a lot to think about though. Keep going. So primarily you'll feel this in your bum, but you should also feel your tummy working as well when you're holding this top position. Drop down. Keep going. We're doing this for a minute. We've got about another 20 seconds to go. Keep going. Last few seconds. So just do one more. And then drop down. Now bring your feet up off the floor. So get your legs into a dead bug position. Knees above your hips, feet at about the same height as your knees, and then bring your arms up. Before you start to move your arms, I just want you to drop your shoulders down to the floor. So you've got your whole back in contact with the ground. Backs of your shoulders, upper back, lower back, everything is solid into the ground. Then pull your tummy back down. Keep that feeling going, and then do arms only dead bugs. So you should feel that you're actively pulling your tummy button back down towards the floor. Think about that water balloon that I talked about when you did the pelvic rocks. Pushing that down. Well done. To protect your shoulder joints, make sure you've got your thumbs going down to the floor as well. Keep going. So doing this for a full minute as well. Each of these are for a minute for this first set. 20 seconds. Make sure you keep your lower back, upper back, back of your shoulders, all in contact with the ground. Keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then over onto your front. Alternate arm extensions. So you're going to get onto all fours, pulling your tummy up towards your spine, and you're only moving your arms. So you're bringing your alternate arm up, thumb up to the ceiling, really slow and steady, making sure that you keep your tummy pulled up towards your spine. If you're thinking that this feels very gentle, don't worry, that's absolutely fine. So slow and steady movements, just thumb to sky, thumb to ceiling. Keep going. Do another 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then roll onto your side. Side plank. So you can start with the easiest position for this if you want to. You can start with your leg bent underneath you, top leg straight, and just push up. If you want to start with a full side plank, you can, but you don't need to. Right, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So I've got my lower leg bent, top leg straight, hips pushed up nice and high. That's it. Make sure that the arm that's raised, your hand is above your shoulder. Keep pushing up. You might be starting to shake a little bit now. 3, 2, 1, good. Change sides. And then push up. Good. God, it's so much easier on this side. It's like each side of my body is completely separate and not belonging to the same person. Keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, roll onto your back. I will show you the next one. So we started out with that bridge just with the pause. So the progression I'd like to try is lying on your back, hips pushed up. Again, squeeze everything. So glutes squeeze tight, tummy squeeze nice and tight. Push your arms into the ground for support. And you're going to extend alternate legs, like that. So what this will do is it will make your hips want to dip from side to side. You need to be able to control that movement. So when you extend your leg, if you feel that you're really collapsing to one side, then you might not be ready for that one just yet. So if that's happening, I want you to just do a tiny little tap. So speed it up a little bit and just do a small tap if you can't do the full extension. Right, off we go. 45 seconds. So it's slowly extending your leg. Try not to let your hips dip from side to side. And if you can't control that movement, just do a small tap. A small, quick movement is easier to control. Keep going. 15 more seconds. So you should feel this working in your core as well as your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Roll your back down to the floor. And then next one, a full dead bug. So before we've just done arms only, now I'm going to do a full dead bug. So before you start to move, again, everything onto the floor, your whole back, and then extend arm and leg. Off you go. If you can't keep your lower back pushed down to the ground, then stick with arms only for this set. Only progress when you are ready to progress. Just need to clip a little. I've got to do some kind of security update thing. So the company that wants me to pay them more money just kindly keeps on putting pop-ups on my screen. Keep going. Well done. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. And then roll over onto your front. Alternate arm and leg extensions. So you've just done arms only, now you're going to do the full movement, and there's a way you can progress it even further if you want to. So alternate arm and leg extensions, but if that still feels a bit easy, then you can do alternate arm and leg tucks instead, which is just increasing the amount of time that you're balancing on one hand and one knee. Off you go. So try alternate arm and leg extensions, and if you feel that's not challenging you at all, go for the alternate arm and leg tucks. Keep going. Again, we're going 45 seconds. Three, 2, 1, good. And then side plank. So I want you to progress this however you've done it. So if you started off with your leg bent underneath you, you're going to keep that position going. So leg up, hips up rather, arm up, and you're going to roll your hand under, keep it close to your body, and then straighten up. So you're still rotating and moving, but you can do it in that easier position. You don't have to do it in a full side plank. I'm not going to. Well done. Keep looking at your hand as you go. 3, 2, 1, and then change sides. So roll over. Off you go. Well done. Keep going. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly roll onto your back again, back to the bridge. So if you weren't able to do the full leg extension last time, if you just did that small little tap, have a go at doing the leg extension this time. So it's good to try and progress slowly. Arms down by your side, hips pushed up. Really use your arms as well, so you can really push your arms into the floor to help stabilise you as you extend your leg, and then off you go. So try the leg extension, but if you still feel like you're really collapsing to one side and dipping, then stick with that small tap, but just tap a little bit further forward this time. Keep going. Really nice lying here with my face in the sun, it's really good. It's probably not great for the video quality. It'll look like I can't see my upper body, but it's very nice. Good, keep going. Three, two, one. Lovely, well done. And then dead bugs again. So full dead bugs. Again, we're not progressing past doing this full dead bug movement, but if you haven't quite got there yet, try it this time. Off you go. Nice and slow and steady. Keep going. Lovely, well done. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Good. Onto your front. So if you didn't try the alternate arm and leg tuck next time, do that this time. So tuck, extend, tuck, extend, and then swap. Off you go. Keep going. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Good, well done. And then into side plank again. So this is probably the most challenging of the 4 exercises. You don't need to progress past having one leg bent underneath you and top leg straight if you don't want to. You need to make sure you're competent doing it this way before you start thinking about doing a full side plank with both legs straight. Right, off you go. So arm nice and high, wrap it around your body, keep looking at your hand as you rotate. Keep that hand close to your body. Good, well done. Five seconds. And then change sides. Well done. Ace. Keep going. Last few seconds. Good, and then down. Good. I need to get a door open. Okay, last set. So, 3 exercises. So we're continuing with rotational and single arm. Hi dog, you weren't invited. go. Not for dogs. So you've got 3 exercises. You'll need a weight for these as well. So the first one, you're going to do a split stance press. Can I actually take my, yeah, hang on, right. Let's get my hair tied back again. Can't wear it loose. Where's my pen from? Lovely hotel pen from in London Heathrow, remember that place? There we go. Split stance press. One leg in front of the other. The bigger your stride, the harder this is going to be. So if you want to make it really challenging, take a big stride. If you want to make it easier, shorter stride. So one foot in front of the other. Before you start to do anything else, you're just going to bend that back leg a little bit, drop back. So I'm kind of crouching down. You know what? I'm going to face the camera because I can't look round and do this. Too much balancing. I've got my right leg forward and I'm going to hold my weight in my left hand and I'm going to press above my head. And that's all you're doing. So you'll feel your arm working, but you should also feel your glute on your back leg working and your core has to work to balance you. So if you want to make it harder, bigger stride. All right, let's go. 30 seconds on each arm. So I've got both my legs bent, but it's the back leg that I've dipped. If you overbalance, 2 things you can do. First one is to squeeze the glute of the back leg, and the second thing you can do is to pull your tummy in towards your spine. They will both help with your balance. And change sides. So swap hands, swap legs, bend that back leg, and then press. Keeping your tummy pulled in all the time. Keep going. 2, 1, good. Next one, side lunge leg raise. Hold on to your weight, so you're going to hold it to your chest like that. Lunge out to the side, that foot comes in, and then you raise the same leg. So I'm moving my right leg only, lunging out to the side of my right leg comes back in, right leg raises. Good. Try and keep your torso upright. And keep your core braced. Change sides. So left leg out, left leg raises. So much harder on this side, it's hilarious. Good. One more. And then down onto the ground. Torso rotations. You can either have your heels down, toes up, or you can bring your feet off the ground if you want to make it more challenging. I'm just going to rotate from side to side. So lean back slightly until you feel tummy muscles start to bite, and then rotate from side to side. Look at the weight as you go. Keep your spine neutral. Keep going. Try not to let your shoulders hunch as well, so keep your shoulders low. And 3, 2, 1, up you get. Move time, perfect. 2 more rounds. Split stance, one foot in front of the other. Let's go again. So, into position, drop that back knee down, make sure your tummy drawn in, off you go. So I've got my left leg forward, pressing with my right arm, keep looking straight ahead. That's it, well done. Lower yourself down even more if you want to make it harder. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and then change sides. So other leg forward. Drop that back leg down, bum tucked under. Really squeeze your back glute. You should feel your bum working doing this. Good, well done. Keep going, good. 2, 1, done, and then hold the weight to your chest. Side lunge leg raise, out to the side, in, raise that leg, good. Hopefully it feels a bit easier second time round. Try and keep the leg that you're raising as straight as you can, even if it means limiting your range of movement. I'd rather you didn't lift that leg quite so high and kept it straight. And then change sides. Keep your core engaged as well. It'll help. Well done, keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. Torso rotations. Sit back down, heels down, hold the weight to your chest, drop your shoulders, rotate from side to side. Good. Up you get. One more set to go. Then we're finishing. Back to the split stance. So if you feel like your tummy can cope with it, your core can cope with it, make this one harder. So a bigger stance on this last one. So I've got one foot quite a long way in front of the other now. Dropping that back leg down, core engaged, back glute squeezed nice and tight. Whoop. There we go. Off you go. Have to keep looking straight ahead doing this. If I look round, that's it, game over. I'm not even sure I can look at my watch. I need to get a timer directly ahead of me. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, change sides. So again, drop that back knee down, core engaged, off you go. Lovely, well done. One more. Side lunge leg raises. Grab that weight to your chest. 2, 1, off you go. So bad. I did a long run yesterday and my glutes aren't happy. Okay, keep going. Perfect. Change sides. Well done. 3, 2, 1, and then down you go. Last set of torso rotations. So if you've done this with your feet down, maybe try and do the last set with your feet up off the ground. Off you go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right, weights down. Grab a drink if you want to, or just get straight into child pose. Let's get stretching. Well done. So over onto your front. Feet together, knees apart, stretch forward. We'll hold this for a while, so if you need to grab a drink, that's absolutely fine. So once you've got into position, make sure you've got your heels, your bum on your heels rather, and then just drag your fingers forward a bit. Just stay down in that position. Nice deep breaths. So your hips relax a little bit, lower back stretch out. Take 2 more nice deep breaths. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, arch your back up. And then come up onto your knees, put 1 foot forward, tuck your hips under, and then just push forward. That's it. So I've got my left foot forward, right arm, reach across. Really, really push across. And then change sides. So other side, neck forward, tuck your hips under, push forward. And then reach across. And then relax. Right, change sides again. Put 1 foot forward and out to the side a little bit. Get that hand down and just push in a bit more. Try and get a bit more of a stretch across your hips. Good, and then change sides. Well done. Good. Over onto your bum, sit down. Both legs straight. Take 1 leg across and really pull that leg round. When you're doing this, try and keep your shoulders pointing forwards, chest nice and high. Well done. And then twist round. And then change sides, so wrap 1 leg around. And then twist round. And then we'll just finish off with a standing quad stretch. So up you get, nice and slowly. Hang on to something if you need to. You can do it without if you can. Just pull your heel into your bum. Really tuck your bum under. Nice and tall. Looking good, well done. Fab. And then change sides. Good. And done. Well done today. Good work. Go and get out in the sunshine or stay in the sunshine. Well done.